Hello my dear students, welcome to the class once again. So today we'll be discussing exercise 7.4 of the chapter triangles. Okay, so this exercise is about inequalities in a triangle. So there is a theorem, no need to prove this one, you just keep in mind like this, that if two sides of a triangle are unequal, the angle opposite to the longer side is larger. Angle opposite to the longer side is larger. If I draw a triangle like this, A, B, C. So here it is given that if two sides of a triangle are unequal, if these two sides are not equal, if these two sides are, for example, let me take one as 7 centimeter, another one as 5 centimeter. Okay, something like that. It is given that if two sides of a triangle are unequal, the angle opposite to the longer side is larger. The angle opposite to the longer side is larger. Angle opposite to the longer side, the angle opposite to this side, that is this angle, will be the larger angle. Angle opposite to the larger side is the larger angle. Angle opposite to the longer side is larger. Okay, or the conversely you can say it like this, that the side opposite to the larger angle is longer. If the same way it is given like this, another triangle, and if it is given this one 60 degree and this one given for example 20 degree. So always remember the angle opposite to the this greater angle will be this the side will be greater. The side opposite to the greater angle, the larger angle will be this longer. Okay, will be longer. So what I have said, that first theorem says like this, that if two sides of a triangle are unequal, the angle opposite to the longer side is larger. Okay, and conversely also another one is there, the same, just opposite one, that the angle opposite to the larger angle is also longer. Larger angle is also longer. So while solving we'll make it clear. There are some maths, and when we'll solve this thing it will be clear to you. Okay, let us move to the first question of exercise 7.4. Show that the right angle triangle, the hypotenuse is the longest side. So you are to show that in a right triangle, hypotenuse is the longest side. You are to prove that this side is the longest side. Okay, so how can I prove it? Let me write one by one, you will understand. So what we have taken, we have taken, let triangle ABC be a right angle triangle in which angle B is equals to 90 degree. Let ABC be a right angled triangle in which angle B is equals to 90 degree. Okay, so this is we have drawn. Question is given, just you are to show that the right, in a right triangle, the hypotenuse is the longest side. Hypotenuse is the longest side. Okay, so we know that sum of the angle of a triangle is since sum of the angle of a triangle is 180 degrees. So sum of the angle, I can write angle A plus angle B plus angle C equals to 180 degree. Sum of the angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. So I can write angle A plus angle B plus angle C equals to 180 degree. Angle B is given 90 degrees, so angle A plus 90 plus C equals to 180, implies angle A plus angle C equals to 180 minus 90, it will be 90. Angle A plus C is equals to 90, angle B is also equals to 90. Angle A plus C is equals to 90 and angle B is also equals to 90. So I can write angle A plus angle C is equals to angle B, because value of B is 90 and here 90 is there. So in place of 90 I can put angle B. Value of B is 90. So in place of 90 I can put angle B. Okay. So that is, you can write, that is angle A plus angle C is equals to angle B. Angle A plus angle C is equals to angle B. So you see one thing, if angle A plus angle C is equals to angle B, that means that B is greater than A also, B is greater than C also, B is greater than A also, B is greater than C also, okay. Because adding these two angle I am getting angle B. Let me take one example. If I write that angle B is equals to, it is given to 90, so it may be like this, one is 60, another one is 30. No one will be completely equals to 90 degree. There are two angles, so sum of them is equals to 90. So that means the whatever the angle may be there, it will be less than this angle, because after adding these two angle I am getting that angle. That means this angle is also smaller, that angle is also smaller. So here also same thing, adding A and C I am getting B. That means A is more, A is greater, and if A is the greater side, and what we know that the theorem that angle opposite to the side opposite to the larger angle is also greater. The side opposite to larger angle is longer. The side opposite to larger angle is longer, okay. So you write like this, that therefore angle A is smaller than angle B, and angle C is also smaller than angle B. Angle A is also smaller than angle B, angle C is also smaller than angle B. So we know that the side opposite to the longer side is greater. So after that I will write like this. Since side opposite to larger angle is longer, side opposite to larger angle is longer, therefore I can write, since angle A is smaller than angle B, angle A is smaller than angle B, so angle A opposite angle, which one? BC. Opposite of angle A, it is BC. So BC will be smaller than which one? BC will be angle B opposite, it is AC. And see angle C opposite angle, it is AB. It is smaller than AC. I am writing opposite of B, it is AC. Opposite of C, it is AB. Opposite of A, it is BC. So that means they are so BC is smaller than angle AC. Again AB is also smaller than AC. So from 1 and 2 I can write that you give this one equation 1, this one equation 2. So from 1 and 2 we get, from 1 and 2 we get AC is greater than BC also, AC is greater than AB also. That means AC is the longest side of the triangle. AC is the longest side. AC is the longest side. AC is the longest side. So, but AC is the hypotenuse of the triangle. AP is the hypotenuse of the triangle, because in question you are to prove that not AC, you are to prove that the hypotenuse is the longest side. So I can say that therefore hypotenuse is the longest side, therefore hypotenuse is the okay. AC, first of all we have proved that AC is the longest side. If AC is the longest side, then AC is the hypotenuse. This is the base, this is the altitude, and this is the hypotenuse. So if AC is the longest side, that means the hypotenuse is the longest side. Hypotenuse is the longest side. Okay. So just you have to use this theorem and you have to find the answer. Very easy exercise also. Question number 2, you see in the figure, side AB and AC of triangle ABC are extended to point P and Q respectively. Also, angle PBC is smaller than angle QCB. Show that AC is greater than AB. AC is greater than AB. So same way. Okay, first of all, let me draw the figure. It is given like this: A, B, C and PQ. A, B, C and P, Q. A, B, C and PQ. In question it is given PBC. PBC, this one is, PBC is smaller than QCB. QCB, that means out of these two angles, this one is the smaller and this one is greater. I am writing this one so that you can understand. Don't write this thing smaller and greater. Okay. Out of these two, this angle is smaller and that angle is greater. Okay. So you see one thing. If this is the smaller angle, if you see this line, if I draw it like this, if you see this line A, B and P, it is given like this, no? A, B and P, 3 points, and the BC is this line on that line. Okay. So here that means it is given that PBC is a smaller angle. If this one is smaller, then if I take the linear, if I take these two as a linear angle, you see this one and this one are the linear pair. Okay. So if this one is smaller, then ultimately that one will be greater side. Okay. This one will be the greater side. Greater angle. Again, here the next one, if you see, if I take that side, A, C and Q, again another angle is given, and they are here given, greater one is given. Okay, let me take like this. Here given that this angle is greater. If this is a greater angle, then this one will be smaller. Out of these two, if this is a greater angle, then this one will be smaller, and if this is a smaller angle, then that one will be greater. So if this one is smaller, then that one will be the greater angle. If this one is a smaller angle, then this one is greater, so that one will be smaller angle. Have you understood? Both of them are these are linear pairs. For example, this one it is given 30 degree. If this one is 30, then this one 180 minus 30, it will be 150, 50, 60, 70, 80. Yes. And if this one here it is given 150, then this one will be 30 degree. So that means if this one is greater, this one will be smaller. If this part is smaller, then this part will be greater. So we'll use this one. No need to write this GS and this thing. This one I have written so that you can understand. Now I'll solve the sum. So you write like this. Given directly I am just solving. PBC it is given smaller than angle QCB. PBC is smaller than angle QCB. Okay. So since I can write what I have said, I have discussed by taking the linear pair. So let me take this one. So if I take this side, then ABC, angle ABC plus angle PBC will be equals to 180 degree, and reason will be since linear pair. since linear pair and angle ACB plus angle QCB is equals to 180 degree, and reason will be same, linear pair. Okay, ACB plus QCB, and there it is ABC plus PBC. So these two are linear pair and both of them is equals to 180. This one is also equals to 180, that one is also equals to 180. So I can write, that means these two angles are equal. Sum of these two and sum of that is equal, because their sum is equals to 180. Here also it is 180, there also it is 180. So I can write, therefore angle ABC plus angle PBC is equals to angle ACB plus angle QCB. Can I write it? Because this one also equals to 180 and that one also equals to 180. So ABC plus PBC will be equals to ACB plus QCB. Okay. Now you see, it is given in the question that both of these are equal. Okay, let me replace one. So angle ABC plus angle, actually let me keep it same, because this one so you can understand. You see here, these two angles are equal, that means sorry, not equal, that means this angle is smaller than that angle. So what I have said, that if this one is smaller, then if this is a smaller angle, then that one will be greater, and if this is a greater angle, then that angle will be smaller. So here PBC is a smaller angle, PBC is a smaller angle, that means this one will be greater. If this is smaller, then this one will be greater. If this one QCB it is greater, that means this one will be smaller. Are you getting my words? You see here what I have said, that PBC is a smaller angle, that means if this one is smaller, then automatically that one will be a greater angle. If this one is 30 degree, that means this one will be 150. And here if QCB is greater than this one, that means if this one is 40 degree also, then also, for example, I am taking this one smaller, this one greater, so I am taking this one as 60 and this one as 70. You see here one thing, if this one is 70 degree, then how much required to be 180? 70, 80, 90, 100, that means 130. This is 130. No, sorry, it will be 110, sorry. So 70 plus 110 it is 180, and 60 plus 120 it is 180. So you see, if this one is a smaller angle than that one, that means the angle which is left, it is opposite. If this one is greater, so it is becoming small with comparison to that one. If this one is small, then with comparison to this one, that one, it is becoming greater. So if the sum of two angles, out of them one is smaller than the other, that means if one is 60, but if one is a smaller angle, then other will be greater. If one is a greater angle, then other will be smaller. If I compare the remaining two, you see this one is a smaller angle, that one became 120, it is greater than this one, opposite. Okay. So that means if this one is smaller angle, then that one will be what? This one will be greater than angle ACB, and reason you write, since angle PBC is smaller than angle QCB. Okay, these two, this one is smaller, that means this one became greater, and this one is greater angle, that means this one became smaller. Simple thing. Okay, so from this one I can write ABC is smaller than angle, greater than angle ACB. Now, since ABC is a greater side, let me erase this thing. You see here, ABC. If ABC is a greater angle, that means the side opposite to that one will be greater. If ACB is a smaller angle, then the side opposite to that one, it will be smaller. Are you getting my word? This is the theorem. If this is a greater angle, the side opposite to that one will be greater. If this is a smaller angle, the side opposite to that one will also be smaller. The question is to prove that AC is greater than AB. So I can prove it. So you write. So there also you can directly write. Therefore, the side opposite to angle ABC, the side opposite to angle ABC will be greater than the side opposite to angle ACB. Just I have written in line, okay. Angle ABC given, that means the side opposite to angle ABC will be greater than the side opposite to angle ACB. So side opposite to angle ABC is AC. AC is greater than the side opposite to angle ACB, it is AB. So AC is greater than AB, and question is to prove that AC is greater than AB. So hence proved you can write, by hence showed, sorry, here it is given to show. So I finished. Is there anything tough? First I have written that these two are linear pair, both of them is equals to 180, that's why I can say that this one is equals to that one. I have written this side is equals to that one. Then what I have said, that if this one is a smaller angle, ultimately this one will be greater. If I compare these two, this one smaller, this one greater, so that means that if this one is a greater angle, then the remaining part will be smaller, and if this one is a smaller angle, the remaining part will be greater. So that means if I compare them, then I am getting this one as a greater angle, this one is a smaller angle. The side opposite to the greater angle is greater, side opposite to the smaller angle is smaller. So I can say AC is greater than AB. So now let us move to, sorry, this one was question number 2. I forgot to change the number, okay. This was question number 2. So now let us move to question number 3. This was question number 2, okay. I just forgot to change the number. Question number 3 solution. In the figure, angle B is greater than angle A, angle C is, angle A is greater than angle B, and angle D is greater than angle C. Show that AD is greater than BC. This is also not that much tough, okay. So you can prove it. So like this is the figure, no? A, B, C, D, O. A, B, C, D and O. A, B, C, D and O. So now you see what is given. Here it is given like this, that angle A is greater than angle B. So I am just writing, no need to write, okay. Angle A is greater than angle B. So the one is greater, another one. And you see angle D is greater than angle C. And out of these two angle D is greater than angle C. Angle D is greater than angle C. Okay. So show that AD is equals to BC. Show that AD is greater than BC. Okay, no problem. We'll show it. So since it is given in the question that, but given you write, given angle B is you write angle B is smaller than angle A. Angle B is smaller than angle A. So let me arrange it and write angle A is greater than angle B. Angle A is greater than angle B. So if angle A is greater, that means the side opposite to angle A it is OB. So OB will be greater than OA. Side opposite to angle A this one. So if this one is greater, then that side will be also greater. So implies not. Therefore you write. Therefore OB is greater than OB will be greater than, so and side opposite to AS it is OA. So OB is greater than OA, and there you write since the reason you write since side opposite to greater angle is longer, side opposite to greater angle is longer, side opposite to greater angle is longer. So angle A is greater than angle B, so opposite, side opposite to angle A it is OB, and side opposite to angle AS it is OA. That means OB is greater than OA, OB is greater than OA. So let me give it as equation number 1. Equation number 1. So similarly I can write for that one also. So let me write, and but since another one what is given, angle C is smaller than angle D. So same way I can write, if C is, let me change it, let me write angle D is smaller than, D is greater than angle C. So if D is greater than angle C, then if D is greater than angle C, then side opposite to D it is OC. So OC will be greater than the side opposite to this one, it is OD. OC is greater than OD, and reason will be same one, side opposite to greater angle is longer. What I have done, first of all I have written, it is given in the question, I have arranged it, I have written this one here. So OB is greater than OA, that one also same. Are you getting my words? The side opposite to the greater angle, that is this side, it will be longer, and side opposite to this side, that is OD, is also, OD is the smaller angle. Okay, D, yes, this thing you don't give, I have given so that you can understand from the question. Okay, so now you see from 1 and this one equation 2. So from 1 and 2 I can write, if I just go on adding, so adding equation 1 and 2, or you can write from 1 and 2. So OB plus OC, this part plus this part will be greater than OA plus OD. OB plus OC is greater than OA plus OD. Okay, OB plus OC is greater than OA plus OD. OB plus OC, which one? OB plus OC, that means BC. BC is greater than, BT is greater than OA plus OD. OA plus OD. OA plus OD, that means AD. So BC is greater than AD. BC is greater than AD. So question you are, so you see the question, you have to show that AD is smaller than BC. So here we have shown, so let me arrange them. So therefore AD I can write it is smaller than, same thing I am just changing. So AD will be smaller than BC. So question is to prove it one, AD is smaller than BC. So hence what is given, showed you, right? AC is smaller than BC. What I have done, simple thing, just I have written the side opposite to this one, it is greater than the side opposite to that one. There also this one will be the smaller, this one will be greater. Then I have just added them like this. OB plus OC, which became BC. OA plus OD, which became AD. Now I have just arranged them because in question it is given, this part is here, that part is there. So I have just wrote it. AD is smaller than BC. AD is smaller than BC. Okay. So now let us move to question number 4. What is given here? AB and CD are respectively the smallest and the longest side of a quadrilateral ABCD. Show that angle A is greater than angle C and angle B is greater than angle D. Question number 4, solution. So figure is given A, B, C, D. Okay, let me draw A, B, C, D. A, B, C and D. Okay. In the question you see AB and CD are respectively the smallest and the longest side. That means AB is the smallest side and CD is the longest side. This one though we have got in this whole quadrilateral, this is the smallest side and that is the longest side. That is the longest side. Okay. So now to solve this one I have to make them two triangles. So I join AC. Okay. So what is given here first? Given AB and CD are the smallest and the longest side respectively. Given AB and CD are the smallest and the longest side respectively. AB and CD are the smallest and the longest side of the quadrilateral of the quadrilateral ABCD respectively. AB and CD are the smallest and the longest side of the quadrilateral ABCD respectively. Okay. You can write how it is there are respectively the smallest and the longest side of the quadrilateral. So now you have to show that angle A is greater than angle C and angle B is greater than angle C. What we have done? I have joined AC. So you write, let us join AC. Let us join AC. So after joining AC, this is a triangle, this one is another triangle. So let me solve in triangle ABC. In triangle ABC. So here it is given in triangle ABC, this one is the smallest side. Okay, this one is the smallest side. Hypotenuse will be for this triangle, it will be the longest. Okay, so I can write, and that means if this is the smaller, then this one will be more than that one. Okay, so out of these three sides, it is given this one is the smallest. So whatever the angle may be, the AB will be smaller than BC also, AB will be smaller than AC also. Okay, triangle ABC, since AB is the smallest side, since AB is the smallest side of the quadrilateral ABCD, in triangle ABC, since AB is the smallest side of the quadrilateral ABC, that means for this triangle also it will be smallest. So I can write BC is greater than AB. I can write BC is greater than AB because this is the smallest side. So this side normally it will be greater. If it is 1 centimeter also more, then also it is greater. This is the smallest side of this whole quadrant. That means if this is the smallest and this is the largest, so whatever the value will be there, whatever the measurement of the side will be there, it will be in between this one. So the lower limit, that is the smallest side, will be this one, and the longest side will be this one. For example, if this is 5 centimeter, then that is the smallest. No other side will be less than 5 centimeter. It may be 6, it may be 7, it may be like this. Okay, whatever the thing, but that is the smallest. Okay, so I can write BC is smaller than AB. sorry, BC is greater than AB. So that means if BC is greater, so we know that, how we know that, first one it is there, the opposite of the longest side is the greatest angle, and opposite of the side opposite to this largest angle is greater. So opposite one also okay, that the angle opposite to what is given, the angle opposite to the longer side is also larger. Okay, angle opposite to the longer side is also larger, so you will use this one. So if BC is greater than AB, that means this side opposite to BC, this angle opposite to BC will be greater. So I can write angle opposite to BC is greater than angle opposite to AB. There is a theorem. Okay, what we have done earlier, we have written that whatever the angle, if this is the greater angle, then opposite to that one was the greatest side. If this is a greater angle, then this one opposite to this angle, whatever the side is there, that one was also greater. So converse also will be correct, because if this is a greater side, then opposite angle will also be greater. So just we have written angle opposite to BC is greater than angle opposite to AB. Okay, so angle opposite to BC, side BC. So if BC is the side, that means this is the opposite angle. So angle opposite to BC, that is angle BAC. So I can write angle BAC is greater than angle opposite to AB. This is the side AB, this is the opposite angle. This is the side AB and that is the opposite angle, so it will be greater than ACB. But BCA you write, BCA. Okay, so this will be our first equation. This will be our first equation. The similarly I can write for the other one also, another triangle left. Again, in triangle ADC, again in triangle ADC, CD is the longest side, so normally CD will be greater than whatever the side remaining, so I can write CD is greater than AD, or CD is greater than AD. Okay, this is the longest side, that means whatever the side will be there in the quadrilateral, it will be less than this one. So if CD is the longest side, then let me take this one, AD. So let CD is the longest side, so CD is greater than AD. So if CD is greater than AD, then angle opposite to CD will also be greater. Angle opposite to CD is greater than angle opposite to AD. Are you getting my words? Angle opposite to CD is greater than angle opposite to AD. Angle opposite to CD, which one? This angle, that is angle CAD or DAC, whatever you write. Angle CAD will be greater than angle, and opposite to AD will be this C, so ACD. We have got to. So this is our first equation, this is the second equation. Okay, so now I will simply add them and I will get my answer. So adding 1 and 2, so angle BAC plus angle CAD is greater than angle BCA plus angle ACD. So angle BCA, you see very carefully, angle BAC, that means this angle, plus angle CAD, that means this angle. So this angle plus that angle, that means the whole angle A. this angle plus that angle, that means this whole one, and which is equals to angle A, which will be greater than BCA, that means this angle, plus angle ACD, that means again that angle. So this one plus that one will also be equals to angle C. So angle A is greater than angle C. So question is given to prove that angle A is greater than angle C and angle B is greater than angle D. So similarly, if I join side BD, then I can prove it. So you write this next one, no need to prove, you just write similarly. Similarly, by joining BD, similarly by joining BD, if I join for the next one, if I join the side these two, so if I want to prove the other one, then I have to join this side. So similarly by joining BD, what we can write? Similarly by joining BD, we will have the other one. What is there to prove? Angle B will be greater than angle D. The next one no need to prove. Similarly I can write, okay. So similarly I can prove angle B. Similarly by joining BD, we have angle B is greater than angle D. Angle B is greater than angle D. Okay. Earlier there was we have joined these two and we have proved that this angle is equals to that angle. Now we are joining these two, so this angle will be greater than that angle. Okay. Now question number 5. In the figure, PR is greater than PQ and PS bisects angle QPR. Prove that PSR is greater than PSQ. So PQR and there is given one angle, there is given another one. Oh. So this is the thing what is there in the question figure given. Yes. So what is given here, that PR is greater than PQ. PR is greater than PQ. So this side is given greater than this one. That means that one is the greater side, this one is the smaller side. I am writing, you no need to write this one, just for understanding purpose I am writing, okay. So it is given that PR is greater than PQ and PS bisects angle QPR. Prove that PSR is greater than PSQ. PSR, you have to prove that this one is greater than that one, that means this one is small. Okay. You have to prove that PSR is greater than PSQ. So these are the things. This one it is given that this side is smaller, this side is greater, and you have to prove this one is the greater and this one is the smaller. No need to draw this thing, okay. This one just for understanding I have given. Some of you are very good in copying, you will just simply write what is there, okay. Don't write this thing smaller, greater, this one, so that you can understand I am giving. So you see what is given, that PS bisects angle QPR, that means these two angle will be equal. So first of all let me write question number 5 solution. In triangle PQR, in triangle PQR, it is given in the question PS bisects angle QPR. PS bisects angle QPR. So angle QPS will be equals to angle QPS will be equals to angle RPS. QPS will be equals to angle RPS. Okay. So this one we have just got, because this is this one PS line bisects this angle into two equal parts. That means both the part will be same. This one and that one will be same. Okay. So now you see what we have. It is given in the question PR is greater than PQ. So let me write, since PR is greater than PQ. So if PR is greater, that means angle opposite to PR also will be greater. Okay. If PR is a side, no. If PR is greater, that means angle opposite to this side will be greater. So angle opposite to PR is greater than angle opposite to PQ. Angle opposite to PR is greater than angle opposite to PQ. Angle opposite to PR, which one? Angle opposite to PR, which one? It is PSR. So we are taking about the whole triangle, not directly, so I cannot write. We are talking about the whole triangle, so I cannot see this one. I have to see that one. This will be the angle opposite to this one. Okay. This will be the angle this opposite to this side. So it will be PQR, and which will be greater than the opposite to that one, that is PRQ. PQR and PRS, no? Okay. One thing let us do, rather than writing the whole angle PQ up to, rather than writing up to S, let me write up to, rather than writing up to PQR, let me write it up to S. Then it will be easy actually. And the same thing, angles remains the same. And they are also, rather than writing up to PRQ, let me write up to PRS. Okay. Same thing, angles remain the same. This is just the extended version. From there I can extend up to this one. So angle will not alter. Okay. So I have written PQS is greater than PRS. PQS is greater than PRS. Okay. Now PQS it is there. PQS it is there. So these two angles are common. Okay. They are equal. These two angles are equal. So let me do one thing. Let me PQS it is there. No. Let me give plus and leave some space. I will what to fill here I will show, and PRS again I am giving plus. Now you see one thing, PQS it is there, PQS it is there. So if I add this one with this, these two angles are equal. So to this one I am adding angle QPS, and to that one I am adding angle RPS. These two are same. Okay. So one time I am adding to this side this angle, another time adding that one. These two are same, so it doesn't matter which one I write here. Okay. But if I write this one here, then later on I can relate something. Okay. You will see I am making it shortcut. Okay. So you see here these two are equal. For example, if I take this two is equals to 30 degree, that means whether I add here this 30 or that 30, it will not matter. So these two are equal. So one time I am writing this one in this side, another time I am writing that one. So these two are equal, so everything will be balanced, same. Okay. So now you see PQS plus QPS, PQS plus QPS. So this angle and this angle, what I can write? We know exterior angle property. Exterior angle will be equals to sum of the two interior angles. And there also PRS, that means this one and that one. Again I can write exterior angle will be equals to sum of two interior angles. So let me write, and then I will just put the values. So there you write, we are adding, so since angle QPS is equals to angle RPS. Oh. So question is to prove that this angle is greater than that angle, no? Okay. So first of all you write, since exterior angle, so later on I will put the value, okay. Oh, let me put directly, no need to make it lengthy. You see here, okay, let me write one more line, it will be, or else you will not understand later on. So let me give this one as equation 1. So now you write, we know exterior angle is equals to the sum of two opposite interior angles. We know exterior angle is equal to the sum of two interior opposite angle. I have written the line, we know exterior angle is equals to the sum of two interior opposite angles. So I can write exterior angle PSR will be equals to angle PQS plus angle QPS, and exterior angle another one will be P. I am taking one time this one as the exterior angle, another time that one, okay. I am taking this triangle and this is the exterior angle. One time I am taking this triangle interior, this one exterior, another time I am taking, okay. So if I take this one now, then these two will be the exterior angle. So angle PSQ, what you have to prove? It is given, let me write the angle correctly. You have to prove that PSR is equals to PSQ, okay. So I have PSQ will be equals to this one plus that one, that means angle PRS plus the plus RPS. Okay, so I have shown that this one. Now you see this part is equals to this one is equals to this one, that means in place of this one I can write exterior angle PSR, in place of that one I can write exterior angle PSQ, okay. From 1 we have, so this one I can write as angle, you give this one, you give 2, this one you give 3. So from 1, 2 and 3 we have, so from 1, 2 and 3 we get that this one is equals to this one, that means I can write here, and that one is equals to this one, so I can write this thing here. So it will be angle PSR will be equals to angle PSQ, it will be greater than angle PSQ. So PSR will be greater than angle PSQ. PSR will be greater than angle PSQ. You see very carefully, this part is equals to, that's why I have given 1, 2 and 3. If I just relate these 3, that means you see this part is equals to this one, then I can write here, and this part is equals to that one, so I can write this one here. In exterior, that means both of them are angles, so I have not written exterior, just wrote PSR is equals to PSQ. So question is to prove this one, and we have proved it, okay. There we have used exterior angle property. There, so up to this much it was okay. These two parts, these two things were common, so I have written one time this one here, another time that one here. Why I have written? Because I want to prove it like this, okay, using exterior angle property. Okay. Now, question number 6, the last question of this exercise. Show that of all the line segments drawn from a given point, not on it the perpendicular line segment is the shortest. You have to show that if I draw, okay, let me draw a figure, you will understand. Okay, what is given here? Just you have to, of all the line segment drawn from a given point, not on it the perpendicular line segment is the shortest. So let me draw a line P M N N1 N2. Okay, so I have drawn a figure by myself. I have given this one N1, that one N2. Okay, so you see one thing, what is the given, what is given in the question, that a line is given, and it is given that if I from a point, if I drop some lines like this, then the line which one will be the perpendicular, that one will be the shortest. So that means this is the perpendicular line 90 degree. So this one will be the shortest. Whatever the other points I draw, or whatever the other lines I draw from that particular point, that will be the length, that one will be the shortest. Okay, which one will directly come down, this one, that one, this one, other than all this will be the shortest. So I have to prove that PM is the shortest line, then only I can say that the line, the perpendicular line segment is the shortest. So let us prove this one. It is not that much tough also, we can solve it. So we have, what we have drawn, so let us consider, you write like this, but what we have drawn, you write like this, let PMN let triangle PMN be a triangle such that angle AM is equals to 90 degree. Let triangle PMN be a triangle such that angle AM equals to 90 degree. Okay, now you can write, let us consider triangle PMN such that, you write it 2 times triangle, no? Let us consider triangle PMN such that, let us consider triangle PMN such that angle AM is equals to 90 degree. We are considering first of all that triangle PMN such that angle AM is equals to 90 degree. So if it is a triangle, then that means angle PMN is a triangle. First of all, I am just taking this triangle PMN, I am just leaving this thing, whatever the things are there, later on I will do. Okay, so first of all, if this is a triangle PMN, then I can write, therefore angle P plus angle AM plus angle N will be equals to 180 degree. You can write it since angle sum property. Okay, so if these 2 or 3 are 90 degree, that means angle P plus angle M, that is 90 degree, plus N will be equals to 180. So if angle P plus angle N will be equals to 90 degree, it will be equals to 90 degree. I think if you want, you can recall the first question of this exercise. Try to recall the first question of this exercise. There what we have proved, that this is that hypotenuse is the longest side, hypotenuse is the longest side, so something like that we went. Okay, it was similar to that one. So if this is the, if these two are 90 degree, that means M is a greater side, M is the greater side, so M will be greater than N, also M will be greater than P also. Okay, so therefore I can write angle P will be smaller than angle M. Angle P will be smaller than, P to no need, let me write N. So I can write therefore angle N will be smaller than angle M. Angle N will be smaller than angle M. Okay, I have just taken this one, angle M is smaller than angle M. So this is the smaller angle. Okay, and this one is the greater. So if this one is greater, that means this side will be greater. If this one is smaller, that means this one will also be smaller. Okay, so I can write implies. So you write side opposite to angle N will be smaller than side opposite to angle M. So side opposite to angle N, which one? Side opposite to angle N, this is our angle N. The side opposite to this one, that means PM. So PM is smaller than side opposite to angle M, it is PN. So PN is smaller than PM. So similarly, if I take this one as a triangle PMN1, then again it will come that this side is greater than that one. If I take PMN2, then also again it will come that this one is. So similarly I can write, I am not proving again and again. So let me erase this part. So again if I consider triangle PMN1, then I will get again like this. If I consider PMN2, then also again I will get like this. So similarly you write, similarly I can write that is PM is smaller than PN1, PM is smaller than PN2. Similarly I can write PM is smaller than PM1. If you just go on solving, the same one you will get. One time you will get. That's why I have given M, N, N1, N2, so that you can easily write it. You see, PM is smaller than Pn1. Similarly, if I prove taking triangle PM and 1, then I will get PM will be smaller than Pn1. N1 it is in suffix, okay, and there also PM will be equals to Pn2. So from you give this one 1, this one 2, this one 3. So from 1, 2 and 3 we get what we get, that this out of this all that whatever the side may be, this is the smallest, always it is coming. In triangle this one also PM is coming smallest. If triangle PN1 this in that triangle also PM is coming smaller. In triangle this one also it is coming smaller. That means for each and every one it is the PM is coming smallest. So that means we get PM is the smallest line segment. PM is the smallest line segment. PM is the smallest line segment drawn from P to which one? P on the line L. Okay, so from 1, 2 and 3 we have got that PM is the smallest. If I take triangle PMN, then also I am getting this one is the smallest. If I take triangle PMN1, then also I am getting this one is the smallest. If I take triangle PMN2, then also I am getting this one is the smallest. That means whatever the line I drawn from the point, that means it will come always PM is the smallest one. So PM is the smallest line segment drawn from P on the line L. So what is given in the question, you write that one. So thus question is given, show that of all the line segment drawn from a given point, not on it the perpendicular line segment is the shortest. So you write thus the perpendicular line segment is the shortest Perpendicular line segment is the shortest line segment. Shortest line segment drawn on a line from a point, not on it. From a point, not on it. Okay. So this is the end of this exercise. So now you see one example left. Let me discuss this one. Question number 9. Yes. So it is given like this, that D is a point on the side BC of triangle ABC such that AD is equals to AC, show that AB is greater than AD. This one very easily you can show. Okay, let me draw the figure and explain. I am talking about example number 9. So figure is given like this. I will just explain this one. Okay, it is done very nicely in the book. It is given that what is given? It is given in the question. You see, AD is greater than, sorry, AD is equals to AC. It is given in the question. So we know that if these two sides are equal, then we know the base angle is also equal. So I can write angle ADC will be equals to angle ACD. Earlier exercise we have read this thing. Angle opposite to equal sides are equal. So ADC will be equals to ACD. So this one you keep in mind. It is there in your book. So now you see exterior angle property, here it is used. ADC is an exterior angle. So if ADC is an exterior angle of triangle ABD, if ADC is an exterior angle, so you see one thing here, what is given? So we know exterior angle property. Okay, let me write. ADC is an exterior angle given. So exterior angle ADC will be equals to sum of this one plus that one. That means sum of angle DAB plus angle ABD. DAB plus angle ABD. And another one, ADC is an exterior angle of triangle ABD, it is given. So that means exterior angle ABD will be equals to DAB or whatever you write, BAD. You write it as BAD. BAD is BAD plus ABD. So ABD. Okay, let me keep it. So ADC is greater than ABD. Achha. That you see here, ADC is equals to the sum of these two angles. That means normally what is it? ADC is greater than this angle also. ADC is greater than that angle also. So I can write angle ADC. You see in your book, from there it is given. I can write angle ADC is greater than angle ABD. From this one actually. ADC is the sum of these two angles. That means if I take particularly this angle, then also this one will be greater. If I take this angle, then also this one will be greater, because after adding these two I am getting that one. That means if I take only this one, that means it is smaller. If I take only this one, that means this one is smaller. So ADC is smaller than angle ABD. And another one the same way, ACD is smaller than angle ABD. Achha. And ADC and ACD are same, so just from this question it came. Okay, so these two are same, so I have written that means if ADC is smaller than this one, that means if ADC is greater than this one, then ADC and ABC are the same. So ACD, so I can write ACD is also greater than this one. You see this one, it is we have proved earlier that these two sides were equal. That means their angles were also equal, base angle. Okay. So now what I have shown, that exterior angle is equal to sum of these two angles. That means I can write ADC is greater than ABD. I am only taking this one, so I am leaving one part. That means this one will be a smaller angle in comparison to this one. After adding these two, I am getting this one. That means if I take only this one, that means it is a smaller angle. Okay, so ADC is greater than this one. If ADC is greater, you see here ADC and ACD are same, so I can write ACD also greater than ABD. Okay, so now you see ACD, it is there, ACD. So ACD, I am extending ACD, this angle up to this much. If I extend it up to B, then also angle will remain the same. So I can write, in place of D, I can write ACB. What I am doing, I am just extending this one. It was up to ACD, I am extending up to B. Angle will remain the same. There also ABD. So ABD up to this much it is given. I am extending up to C. So now you see it is about this whole triangle. It is about this whole triangle. You see ACB, this one, ACB, this one is greater than that one, ABC. So if this one is greater, that means this angle will, this side will be greater. If this one is smaller, then this side will be smaller. So from this one I can write, if ACB is greater, that means side opposite to ACB. ACB which one? Side opposite to ACB, that is AB. AB is greater than AC. AB is greater than AC. And you see in question you are to prove AB is greater than AD. You are to prove this one, not AC. But here you see in the question, the first line, what is given? AD and AC are same. So in place of AC I can write AB is greater than AD. Question little confusing, you see. First what was given? AD is equals to AC. So if these two, what was a triangle was like this, AD was there, so these two sides were equal. So if these two sides were equal, then their base angle are equal, so I have written base angle equal. Exterior angle property, we know that ADC will be equals to sum of this angle plus that angle. That means if I only take particularly ABD, that means this one will be greater. So ADC is greater than this one. ADC and ABC are ACD are same. So in place of ADC I am writing ACD. Okay. So you see here, if these two are same, so now what I am doing? I am extending this D to B, extending this D to C. Earlier question angle was ACD. ACD. I have extended up to B, so angle remains the same. There also up to D was there, so I have extended up to C. So it became ACB equals to ABC. Now now we are talking about a triangle. If ABC is a smaller angle, that means side opposite to this one will be smaller. If this is a greater angle, side opposite to this one will also be greater. Okay, so AB is greater than AC. But now the question is not to prove AC. Question is to prove AB is greater than AD. If you see the first line of the question, what we have started, that AD is equals to AC. So in place of AD, AC I can write AD. So now it is okay. AB is greater than AD, hence proved. Okay. So this is the end of this chapter. 7.5 no need, it is optional, it is not from the exam point of view. If needed, later on we will discuss in the class, okay, when the class will resume. So if you have any doubt regarding this chapter, in any topic, you just call me at night, okay. Thank you.